critical note on the issue of problem of violence in childhood and measures needed to stop it across the world. 150 words live Emendic background. The Ending Violence in Childhood Global Report 2017 brought compelling observations about the issue of problem of violence on children, showing large number of children are not enjoying carefree, happy childhoods but enduring, often brutal, fast-track transitions to adulthood. Issue of problem of violence in childhood. Reasons. Based on the above report, 3 out of 4 children worldwide suffered from physically or emotionally abusive violence, from corporal punishment to bullying, neglect, rape, even murder. www.insightsindia.com 40 www.insightsays.com. Patchy statistics. Social acceptance. Children's fear and stigma of reporting abuse leads to widespread underreporting. In 2015, 1.7 billion children, 3/4 of all children worldwide, experienced interpersonal violence in the previous year. All such acts of violence are a violation of human rights and an assault on the dignity of children. Children experience violence at every stage of growing up, some even before they are born. On average, 4 to 12% of women are physically abused by an intimate partner during pregnancy, and this can damage the fetus. Female feudicide is also prevalent in some countries. In early adolescence, boys and girls become vulnerable to online bullying and sexual grooming. Girls between 15 to 19 years, in particular, are vulnerable to sexual assault. Violence is not the only factor keeping children out of school. Poverty, disability, early and forced marriage, child labor, social taboos impact. Many vulnerable children pretend abuse isn't happening, blame themselves, or feel unable to seek help in the face of a powerful abuser. Childhood violence occurs in every country, rich or poor. The impact on individual children and society can be profound, far beyond a child's immediate fear or trauma. Children who experience violence are more likely to suffer depression when they grow up, turn to drugs, endure poor health, or take their own lives. Children who are bullied or beaten at school avoid attending, harming their education and future prospects. Initiatives taken. Countries around the world are concerned with the magnitude of the issue and are working towards eradicating it. Childhood violence is lower in countries that are committed to a human development agenda, and that prioritize child health and education, particularly of girls. India has been taking measures to root act for free and compulsory education, giving incentives to women during pregnancy, strict implementation of PCT&D Act to avoid sex discrimination of the child, etc. Ending abuse, trafficking and all forms of violence against children is one of the development targets called the Sustainable Development Goals. Measures needed are to tackle child sexual abuse. India launched Autumn Initiative. It creates a centralized platform that partners with and demonstrates innovative ground programs on child protection, especially for the underprivileged, creates and shares knowledge with individuals and groups across India, and connects experts to various stakeholders to take the movement to a tipping point. The global partnership will build and sustain political will to end violence against children, promoting evidence-based strategies that will lead to significant, sustained and measurable reductions in violence. Governments have a duty to protect the rights of their citizens, and this includes a child's right to live free from fear. Build or enhance strong data systems and sound evidence to prevent and address violence against children. Monitoring tools and indicators must be developed that cover all children, including boys and girls of every age and background. Universal birth registration is the first and most crucial component of an effective monitoring system. Building individual capacities, for example by ensuring children are given life skills and sex education, and empowering parents and caregivers to create safe, supporting, and stimulating spaces for caregiving. Violence prevention must be embedded in social services. Schools must become violence-free, end corporal punishment, and crack down on bullying. Health professionals, in particular first responders, who are likely to witness an injured child, need to know how and when to report suspected abuse. Governments need to find ways to avoid sending children into institutional care, where the chance of them being abused skyrockets. Governments must tackle the root causes of violence, which are bound up in issues of gender inequality and social norms that legitimize violence. Violence involving children in community settings can be prevented through preschool enrichment programs to give young children an educational head start, life skills training. www.insightsinindia.com 41 www.insightsays.com. Conclusion: leaders of governments and communities need to take this issue more seriously, implement practical policy.